there's a YouTube update and nobody's talking about it. And I swear to God, AI did not write that line for me. Really, nobody's talking about it. I searched to see if somebody was talking about it. Nobody was. So I invited my Discord to join me as I talk about it. It is the shows tab. A couple months ago, I had this prediction that YouTube will turn the shorts feed into a vertical feed. You can only make 3-minute shorts right now, but eventually I think they'll extend that to 10 minutes because of a few things that they did. Number one, they implemented a feature called clear screen. You guys can check out your phone right now. Here's this. And then if you go to the top 3 dots, you'll see clear screen right there. And when you hit it, it gets rid of the UI. So if you were watching a 10-minute video, it wouldn't get annoying, right? The other clue is that YouTube does everything that TikTok does, and TikTok has had 10-minute videos for a while. And then the last feature that really sold me on this, one day I was browsing through YouTube and I see 4 thumbnails in like a grid. And then I clicked it and it brought me to the long form video, but it was in the vertical feed. And so people are willing to watch horizontal videos in full screen in a vertical feed. And so now that we have this shows tab, let's do an example here. Viva la Dirt League. In this channel, you'll see a bunch of different types of skits. There's one with Tech Town. It's like this GameStop store that they all work at. They have videos about first-person shooters. They have skits about role-playing games. So they have these different types of skits, and they're not the only one. If you go to Corridor Crew, ew, God, the f is wrong with them? They have a bunch of different types of shows. One is VFX Artists React. Another is they do CGI challenges. That one was really funny, the 90s. They have one where they try to make the most satisfying anime. It's all awesome. They have one where they try to recreate the T-1000 walking through the bars. There's a lot of great shows that they have. But YouTube has never had a way to separate them into shows, and now they do. They haven't noticed it. Nobody's noticed it because it just came out. I tried to look it up, new YouTube shows tab. I found this, and a lot of you, and I know Ruby has, a lot of you have Matrix Bullet Time. Yes, it was really cool. A lot of you have noticed that in the content tab, a few things have changed. One of you pointed out that there's no like-dislike ratio, and there's not, which is kind of bullshit in my opinion, but whatever. It shows the estimated revenue directly from that screen. It's a little easier to sort by highest earner, and so I guess that makes sense. The reason I even brought this up is because this is their newest update. There's nothing about the YouTube shows at all, so here's how I found out. Darren Strauss. I was scrolling through YouTube and I saw one of her posts pop up and it said YouTube has begun rolling out a shows feature. So I didn't just discover this, I saw her post about it. What's funny is that her posting about this is actually perfect because most of her content is about how to turn your YouTube channel into a TV show instead. So it was, I don't know, it was just kismet that she was the one that popped out with that. Let's see what happens when we click new show, okay? Let's click it and you get the option to add a title. You can add a description. It kind of gives you the same control over a video, but it's for a page itself. Sort of like a playlist, but it's a page itself. And so you can add a banner, 16:9 banner at the top, and then a backdrop. All right, so playlists have their own thumbnail, but this has its own page, I'm assuming. So next we're gonna talk about the Shorts tab and everything involved with it. But first, I'm about to mention a video that might be a little confusing, so just let me clear that up. When I first started on YouTube, I was lost. I didn't have any creator friends, I didn't have any mentors, I didn't know if what I was doing was right or wrong, and I didn't have anybody to ask, and that really sucked. And it continued to suck until I got my first creator job, and I found that what I had learned in that past 3 years, I could have just learned in like 3 days. So when you hear me mention real creators in this thumbnail video that I made for them, those are my VIPs, and they get shorts reviews every Monday, long form and thumbnail reviews every Wednesday, and every Saturday they get to ask me questions directly. No question ever goes unanswered for the VIPs, and if they happen to miss a meeting, they can just watch the replay, along with use the hook tools and go through the old courses. There's a lot of cool stuff for the real creators, and if you want to be one, links in the description. But you can't be stealing clips, you can't be making AI content, you have to create original content. If that sounds like you, links in the description. Now, back to the shows tab. What we can do is create one for the unlisted channel, the channel only real creators know about. I forgot I did that. Nope, it's not there. So it's not available for everybody. By the way, I did a new video, Advanced Thumbnail Design, where I designed Grumpmeister's thumbnail, and it is in Attention OS if you guys want to check it out. If you really want to get into the nitty gritty of how I design thumbnails, this is the one for you, for VIPs only. Non-serial, most common, so episodes that can be watched in any order, or serial, which has to be watched in order. So if YouTube is going to recommend a video, if you've selected serial, the next video that YouTube recommends will only be the next one in the series. And so with non-serial, it's more like, hey, you can watch any one of these. Kind of like, oh yeah, Chris and Jack. So they have a ton of these skits. And I'd imagine that these guys would pair a few in different shows. They would probably just put it as non-serial because they're all skits, but they're not in a specific order. Okay, pause. I'm about to make a really good point here, but first I want to show you what it looks like when you actually do create one of these shows. It's very disappointing. It's basically just a crappier playlist. It doesn't show up on your homepage. It doesn't show up on mobile. It's just a way for YouTube to know what to recommend next. It said make a backdrop. I don't even know where you see that backdrop. Anyway, I'm gonna make a really important prediction now, so here we go. Imagine my prediction where YouTube wants people to watch 10-minute videos in the vertical feed. And the way that that's going to happen is people will do series. They'll want to have specific things in the vertical feed. But how does YouTube know what to recommend next? How does YouTube know what to show you next when you swipe? It won't. But if you use this feature, it will. I watch 10-minute videos on TikTok. Yeah. See, it's totally doable. And the fact that YouTube hasn't done it yet is kind of mind-blowing because they just want people to stay on the platform. What I think has held them back is they haven't found a great way to monetize it yet, where they put ads in the verticals. I'm theorizing here, but I did make that video. If anybody wants to check it out, I'll put it right here so you can check it out. I imagine this is going to be the end screen. So this is the video where I made all those predictions and what will happen in the vertical feed. So check it out next and join the VIPs.
Robert Downey Jr. says join us. Robert Downey Jr. says join us. Robert Downey Jr. says join us.
Join us!